300. That's how many Netflix shows use generative AI in 2026. Not future shows. Shows you have already watched. Netflix revealed this today, in its quarterly earnings report. And none of those 300 shows told you AI was inside them. Here's what AI was actually doing, and whether you can tell the difference. Quick background, for new viewers. 1 year ago, Netflix confirmed AI use in exactly one production. The Eternauts, an Argentine sci-fi show. That was the entire disclosure. One show. Today, July 16, 2026, Netflix disclosed 300 shows. 1 year. One title, to 300. That trajectory is the story. The shareholder letter released today contains a specific admission. In 2026, generative AI workflows have been used in roughly 300 titles. The largest concentration, post-production. But not only post-production. Concept. Pre-visualization. VFX. Set references. Delivery. Every stage of making a show. Co-CEO Ted Sarandos went further on the earnings call. One show, one specific number, the American experiment. 17 minutes of AI-enhanced footage. In one documentary about American history. Netflix's own words, on why, higher quality output, more quickly, at a lower cost than traditional methods. Here's that jump, charted. Not a gradual climb. A cliff. Glory, India. Sports thriller about boxers and revenge. AI created highly complex sequences, crowd scenes, fight sequences, scale a budget could not otherwise afford. Brazil 70, a Saga do Try, Brazil. The Brazilian soccer miniseries. AI built crowd enhancement and world building establishing shots. The roar of a stadium, tens of thousands of fans, AI populated it. The American experiment, USA. 17 minutes of AI-enhanced footage. Battle scenes. Enhanced crowd sizes. Sequences that would have been cut, or cost millions to film traditionally. Netflix isn't using AI to replace the writing, the performances, or the directing. It's using AI for the scale problem. AI is the budget multiplier, not the creative replacement. At least for now. July 2025, one production. The Eternauts. Presented carefully, as an experiment. July 2026, 300 productions. That is not a linear increase. Not experimenting anymore. Deploying. Across every genre, every country, every language Netflix serves. The tools that made it possible, interpositive. Eyeline. An internal animation lab. Not external services. Internal systems, built specifically for production. That infrastructure investment is why the scale jumped so fast. Here's what happens in a different industry, when disclosure is required. Steam data, for context, not Netflix's numbers. Steam, the PC gaming marketplace, requires AI disclosure. Games that disclose generative AI use lost up to 53% of revenue. More than half their sales. Netflix has not disclosed which 300 shows used AI. Viewers of the American experiment saw no label about AI-enhanced footage. They just watched it. Elsewhere, the industry is moving the opposite way. Warframe's developers, nothing in our games will be AI-generated. Godot, the open-source game engine, banned all generative AI code. Netflix chose scale and disclosure to shareholders, not to viewers. Do you have the right to know? Netflix's answer today appears to be, no. Today's earnings tell the story. Revenue, $12.56 billion, missed the estimate. Stock, down 6% after hours. Investors are watching margins closely. 300 AI-enhanced productions is Netflix's answer to a specific question: how do you make more content, while keeping costs under control? It's a cost and margin story, dressed as a technology story. And former Netflix CEO Reed Hastings recently joined Anthropic's board, the company that makes Claude. The miss was tiny. The reaction wasn't. Netflix used AI in 300 shows this year. You watched them. You didn't know. Whether that bothers you depends on one question: do you watch Netflix for the experience, or because humans made it? If the experience is the same, maybe it doesn't matter. If knowing changes it, Netflix just made that choice for you, without asking. That's the conversation starting today. Subscribe for daily AI news coverage. Comment: does knowing Netflix used AI in 300 shows change how you feel about watching them? Or does it only matter if you can actually tell the difference? I want to know where you land on this.